Hiya Liz, my name's Steve.
Hiya, Steve.
How long have you lived in Cathedral Court?
Since November, 3 months.
And you think you'll get used to it? Do you like it?
Yeah, I love it here, thank you.
For what reasons? What are the main reasons you like it?
I love living in the centre of the city.
Yeah.
It's buzzy and lively. I've got nice neighbours. And I like my flat as well.
No sheltered accommodation, Liz. No one you explain to your mates and your friends. I live in sheltered accommodation.
Yeah.
Does some of them give you that look? Sheltered accommodation? As though
Yeah,
you're a
they
pauper or somewhere.
Yeah.
So do you ever feel as though you don't want to tell them it's sheltered accommodation?
Yeah, I think it's because both of us, you and I, are like much the youngest members here, aren't we? There's people quite a bit older than us, so
Yeah.
our peers, our friends and people around our age, they're not really quite ready to think of sheltered accommodation, which I don't think I am really 100%.
No. But sheltered accommodation, I mean, you explain it better than me. How would you describe sheltered? Tell the listeners just exactly what you've got and what benefits sheltered accommodation, specifically in Cathedral Court, give you as opposed to living where you used to live.
Yeah, well, Cathedral Court, I think, is quite a special place, really. I think maybe we're a little bit unique as regards sheltered accommodation, because my dad was in sheltered accommodation some years ago, and I don't think it was quite as good as we've got as here. It's a great place to be because we've got a little gym on the premises, so no excuse not to go up and do a little bit of exercise. We've got a roof garden. We've got a little lounge if you don't want to go into the big lounge, but if you come into the big lounge, there's always a welcome there. A cup of tea and a chat and a laugh. We have yoga, our club, slimming club. There's always something going on, and we plan to have a lot more going on in the future as well.
Well, that's good, that because people like you and me, Liz, I mean, we didn't even believe a place like this existed, did we? Especially you talking about your parents were in sheltered accommodation.
Yeah.
And you probably went to see them there.
Yeah.
And did they just have a room with a nurse or something like that?
Well, they had a little flat, but it was very, very small, smaller than the flat I've got here.
Yeah.
And there were things like, the things that were going on seemed to be basically around food, lunch club, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
There was nothing that, what we've got here, I would have had to go outside to find, like the art club and the gym. They are things that, when I lived in my own privately rented flat, I would have had to go to college or to, a Keep Fit, a leisure lifestyle centre or a gym. Whereas here it's all under one roof.
So, in your flat, where was your flat, by the way?
In Grassendale, near Egbert.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, nice part of Liverpool.
Yeah, lovely.
But if you were still in that flat, you wouldn't be doing half of what you're doing here. Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's not that I wouldn't be doing it, but I'd have to go out and find it. I'd have to go to a local college or, whatever. Whereas here, it doesn't matter what the weather's like. It's all under one roof. Come down to the art club, doesn't matter if it's snowing outside, because the art club's just down here in our lounge.
Yeah, I can understand that, but did you actively pursue any hobbies when you were in your other flat? What did you do there? Different than what you're doing now?
I had a good social life, which I've still got here. Friends outside Cathedral Court and boyfriend and family to see. Of course, I did all that sort of thing when I was still in my old flat. But I didn't actually go to classes because I would have had to pay for them.
Oh.
I wanted to go to classes, and there's still a lot of classes I want to go to.
Yeah.
But I find that I don't. They're quite expensive to go to, and I'm not eligible for any concessions for them. So that's what stops me going. So it's good that here I've got the art and the yoga. As I say, right where I live and at no cost.
Yeah, which is good. What do your friends think of this now, sheltered accommodation, now that they've seen it?
Once they've seen it, it's totally different.
They just don't believe it.
Yeah. When they heard I was moving into shelter, they were a little bit shocked, but they didn't want to sort of say anything, but could tell they were a bit shocked. But when they've been round and been shown round, they think it's fabulous.
Yeah, which I agree with. I mean, this is the best move I've ever made, and I think it's the same for you.
Yeah, it takes a bit of getting used to, doesn't it? You know, one way and another. But 3 months on, I'm very happy here and wouldn't want to move anywhere else, basically.
Well, I'm glad.